And that's why we have these things like the mobile bootcamp, so that we can have qualified people who will develop applications that will benefit the people of this country, the people of around over here. I must say that in Maseno you have a very unique opportunity, because in Nairobi, you know, people are talking all about tech and all that stuff, but nobody's really talking about what's happening over here. And that's why we decided to come here. We're like, I'm sure something is happening here. And we're like, it's about 10 weeks. We knew what's happening in Maseno, and people in Nairobi need to know what's happening here. You know, when they talk of Kenya being the tech hub, most people just refer to Nairobi. And I remember when I was in university, I had this lecturer in first year. She told us genius can be found everywhere. You take a group of people and you will find a genius there. So the reason that there's a lot of talk in Nairobi is because that's where all the publicity is. But I think it's about time we started knowing what's happening in Maseno, and we need you people to create applications that are relevant to the people around Maseno. And because you live around here, because you school around here, you have access to things that people in Nairobi don't have access to. So we will expect applications that have a different angle, and who knows what benefit that application could do. I'm thinking of an organization called Ushahidi. How many of you guys have heard of Ushahidi? So Ushahidi, they do crisis mapping, and it was formed right after the post-election violence. How it started is there was this lady, she's a blogger, she's Kenyan. She came, she voted, then she went back to South Africa. Then of course, there was a flare-up and there was all this violence. And she was like, on her blog, she was like, can anybody like map where all these things are happening? Like map where there's an incident. And from that blog that she wrote, it gave birth to Ushahidi. And so this application was created during the post-election violence, for the post-election violence. And then for Kenya, for a problem that was identified in Kenya. But it has gone on to be used during the Japan earthquake, during the Japan tsunami, during the Haiti earthquake, during the Chile elections. So that just shows you that if it works in Africa, there's a saying that they have in I have, if it works in Africa, it works anywhere. So if you can build an app that can work here, it will work anywhere. So that's why we came with a well-able team to train you guys. So we'll be doing the training. We'll look at different platforms. We're going to do training in J2ME. We're going to do Android training. We're going to touch up on SMS, how you can build applications using SMS, and mobile web. So this training focuses on mobile web, and I'm aware that not all of you are computer science students, and I think that's okay. As long as you're interested in technology, that's what will help you. Interest. Because what you're given is just a basis. From there on, it's up to you to build on it. So those are the people who came in. So I'll just introduce my team. So as you heard, my name is Judith. Then there's Kate over here. She's part of Akirachix. She'll be speaking. She'll introduce herself. Then there's Pauline here. She's part of Akirachix. She works in project management, IT project management. So if you have any questions, you can ask her. Kate is an entrepreneur, but you'll hear more about what she does. Then there's Michael Wakahe here. He's the CEO of Shujaa Solutions, and he's going to be a lecturer for mobile web. Then there's Eric Mutuku at the back. Maybe you can wave. Yeah, so Eric will take you through SMS and Android. He's a lecturer at Strathmore and a developer at Zalego. And then there's Ambrose Njeru at the back. He's going to take you through J2ME, and he's a lecturer at Inorero, and he's all the people who are training you have done bootcamps, so we are putting you in experienced hands. Yeah. So I hope you take advantage of this opportunity, and I hope that we will hear of the things you build from this bootcamp. In other tech events, I hope that we'll be seeing your faces, and in 10 years, I hope you'll say that Akirachix made a difference, and then we come for a 1% cut. Yeah. So now I'll invite Kate from Ukall.
Thank you. Judith says, we are very ambitious as Akirachix. We want to use our skills to not just empower other women, but to also make money. I hope that we see, in as much as you may be very smart and you have all the skills and good working applications, if you don't have money in your pocket, then you'll be a very frustrated Kenyan. So that was one of the reasons that led me to venture, or rather to look into how I can use my IT skills, or rather the skills I had learned over time, to see if we can make money. I'll tell you my story about Ukall and how I came to start the company. It's a boutique ICT company. We do business process automation. Take an organization, understand their complexities. But when we started out, I thought I had an awesome idea of a mobile application that I thought would work for the security industry. And that was led from my having worked in the banking industry, developing on POS terminals, and I looked around at the other technologies available, and I was like, the same applications could work on mobile phones, which are much cheaper than the POS terminals. But then I looked around and I realized, well, there's the security industry. Nobody wants to venture in there. Nobody wants to understand how they run or the complexities around how they do their business. So I set foot in there trying to understand. I thought I had an application. My friends thought my idea was good. But then when I got into the ground, it turned out to be a whole different story. The consumer had different needs from what I thought I was addressing. So we started with them, understood the challenges they have, and then we came up with a mobile application dubbed UGAD that allows for attendance verifications of security guards located in different assignments. And then the application then links into a payroll system, allowing them to pay good rates for the, the correct rates for the guards. We'll share more going forward, but I wanted us to look at technology entrepreneurship when you're looking to develop a successful product.